Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft here and welcome to Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue the fight between Mong and Effort as part of EST 2026 Season 2 Week 7, Semi-Final number 1, set number 3. And I'm in my 4th bucket of water. Very, very long game so far. And this game is going to be even more epic, guaranteed to be awesome. And delivered in English commentary nowhere else on the internet except on Namkraft TV. So I welcome you, have a seat. And do not spoil the games, leave some comments, some encouraging notes. Rest assured that I read all of your comments, but I don't reply to them because I only reply to those who pay me money. It's a very, very sad life because I'm a Starcraft whore. Anyways, TVZ here on the map Aiolos, new ASL map with Mong spawning at the 4 o'clock position. And Effort coming out here at the 8 o'clock position. Keep in mind that you will have a backdoor base to work with for both of these players. So let's see how the two players will take advantage of the situation. Let me just quickly pull up the map stats so that you actually have some ideas. In this map, Aiolos is actually the best balanced map ever. In this season of ASL, I have just released a video that showcase how balanced it is, and for ZvT 51.3% win rate is not bad. It's not bad compared to like the likes of Backrooms and Colorless Fate or whatever. Anyways, there's going to be an expansion now coming out from Mong at the 6 o'clock position. Once again, let me remind you of the player cards so that actually you can actually have some ideas about who is doing what exactly. This is the groupings of the ASL, but this is going to be the player card, so you know exactly what to be looking up at on the SL map. A 12 hatch versus a 14 CC for the two players. So right off the bat, we're going to be having some very, very long ass economic games here. No big pressure at all from either of the players. And give me a second as I lower the volume a little bit on my side. There it is. Things are looking very good. Once again, let me remind you of what is happening in the world of StarCraft today. Here, first of all, are the best players in StarCraft. The top 10 players. I've just refreshed this data. The website is working fine. Soma is number 1 at 1448, just in time to start the round of 24. What a monstrous performance by Soma King. Bisu is actually catching up nicely, and Light has come down to number 5. Light, always a very strong player, but his out of form these days might be telling of some future trends. I don't know what is going to be up with that. But anyways, here are the players playing in today's games, and you can see that right off the bat we have Mong at 1309, and we will have also Effort at 1371. So both of these players are pretty much evenly matched, right? Effort is slightly, well, actually you cannot say anything at all because Mong only played 4 games of ZvT TVZ, and he's lost 3 games. He's won 1 game, so actually it's not telling at all. So anyways, that is the situation. What are we seeing from the Zerg player? Additional hatcheries. There's the lair, 3 hatch coming out here. And do we have a mech build? I guess I don't see a mech build. It's going to be very basic procedure now for the 2 players. And let me just quickly then show you something else that will be interesting as well. We'll show you the accomplishments in KCM right now. There it is. I've just updated these stats right after KCM was over. Last, I don't know, 24 hours ago. And right now, Light. Oh, this is not the KCM ladderboard. Excuse me. This is the left side is the KCM ladderboard. On the right side, we have EST. Light is the best player. Soma is the second best player. So you have some ideas about that. And here are the top earners in StarCraft last year compared to what they are earning for the first 6 months of this year. And here are the ASL points. Soma is number 2 at 10,786. And of course, these 2 players, Mong and Effort, are nowhere up there across the table. They are kind of, I think Effort is A-ish class and Mong is B class, I think, is what I can say. But anyway, Spire is going to be coming up now. And it is going to be a long night, so let me grab a bucket of water, my 5th bucket of water, before we dive into this game. Let's watch these Marines move across the map. Alright, there they are for the timing. Of course, around this time, the Terran player could be going for a push. He's not going to do that just yet. He will just get all of his forces in order, maybe get some upgrades going and try to defend against the Mutualists first. We are seeing the full 6 Mutas getting morphed here. The upgrade from effort first will be on the Zerling with speed. Alright, Scourges and Mutas in the main base. We're gonna be seeing some Valkyries, so it looks like effort has read the build of Mong quite correctly. On this map, it's very tricky to defend your backdoor base. You need to make a lot of turrets. The Mutas have started to fly across the map already, directly headed towards the backdoor base. The Marines are in the wrong location. They would not be able to do a damn thing. They're still trying to kill this egg. How many Mutas are going to be there? Looks like 6 Mutas and 4 Scourges. They will try to dive into the turret. The turret need to get repaired fast. The turret is being repaired. Some SCVs are going to get sniped, but still 6 Mutas not good enough to attack. That turret though might fall. The turret is going to be falling. The turret gets sniped. Very unfortunate. Where are the Valkyries? There's the Valkyrie SCVs need to come across the line here. I mean, he could have easily repaired it, but he did not repair. Marines are here, and looks like the Scourges are trying to chase down the Valkyries, but Mong has saved his unit at the last minute. This Mutas are very damaged, as you can see there. Very damage. Another expansion by effort's gonna come up at the 8 o'clock position. He's gonna try to dive in again. I think another turret need to get created around this area. So creating it there. That's gonna be a supply depot. Alright, we're gonna be seeing a scan. What he scanned exactly, he is checking for the front door. Nothing important there. We just once again dive in and get a few shots. The turret here is not yet completed. The Marines are moving across the map already. Is that a signal for the Mutualists to decide to dive back? He's not even, he's attacking fiercely, and that turret has been cancelled or destroyed. The Valkyrie is gonna be just leading the charge here. The Mutualists could actually come in again for more attack. But behind this, looks like the first casualty, the first overlord of the game has been sniped. And these Mutualists once again are still looking for more. They're trying to spread themselves out. Scourges looking for those Valkyries. Marines once again will go for that last overlord. Nicely done. Need to hurry up and get where are they going? Where are they flying back? Only trying to take care of these Mutualists, but before that, Scourges will be landing some great shot here. The first Valkyrie is gonna snipe. The second 2 Valkyries will try to make it home correctly. So they will be ready, getting ready. It looks like both the players are supply block. The Marines get towards the 10 o'clock position, so that hatchery will fall. And effort will be back to square one after that battle is over. He cannot possibly save. He doesn't have any lurkers. He's got a bunch of sunkens, and that's it. So that was a very nice treasury hunting there for Mong. This hatchery goes down. Behind this, there could be some Mutualist harassment. But so far, Mong has played the right trump card. There's going to be a factory. Is this a second factory? I think it might have been a second factory, right? Why would you build the first factory all the way out here? I don't know. Maybe it is the first factory. Anyways, immediately a replacement hatchery coming up at the 12 o'clock position. Doesn't know if we don't know if Mong knows about it just yet. We're going to be having 7 Mutualists here, and his forces are waiting on the high ground. Lurkers are coming across the map. They don't have yet the +1. The +1 is not being researched. We have once again Stim. The reinforcements from the Terran player is not coming across the map. He knows that he is slightly ahead. He just needs to make sure that another base could not come up. We have another nice scan to kill 1 lurker. Lurkers are coming across the map. The Marines are trying to go for a few shots. They need to be backing up now. We try to attack, and he gets a second lurker sniped. But now all these Marines will fall, and reinforcements cannot arrive on time. So that was a nice, interesting encounter there for the 2 players. The first time of the game is out. Siege mode is 10% completed. And behind this new hatch is allowed to come up. I'm just gonna quickly check for Mong scanning as much as possible, because I know that Mong is looking for that hatchery. What's happening? He's gonna try to destroy that egg. Right, no problem. Now the Terran forces is finally gonna be moving up, but before that he will make a bunker on the high ground position. Okay, not a bad idea, because he doesn't want to be losing his factory. His factory is in a very precarious situation. Anyways, behind this, are we seeing Mutualists? The Mutualists are still flying back and forth. We are gonna be having more Mutualists now. So it's gonna be 4 plus 6 is gonna be 10. And there's a Marine moving towards the top left that has not yet been discovered right now. 3 Valkyries patrolling the area. The Mutualists would try to dive. They would try to actually land some Scourges in the center and attack with the Mutas into the into that extractor areas. Looks like the Scourges will be going to come through, but the Valkyries can hide in the corner. One Valkyrie goes down right away. That was a nice attack, but this Marine has discovered that drone. He's gonna stim, and maybe the drone's gonna try to make an extractor. The extractor could not become possible. The Muses are forced to get back, and that's gonna be a signal for Mong to move across the map. 10 minutes of the game. The game has just barely started. Don't go anywhere because the best has yet to come. And with that in mind, let me just quickly thank my fans who have supported me in the last 3 days. Let me just quickly go through their faces. The top donator of this month is going to be Mr. Michael Corleone from Sicily, Italy. Thank you very much, Michael, for your empire, from your narcotic gift. I love it so much, and I hope you have some nice I hope you enjoy this avatar video that I just made for you. Next up, Mr. Vietboy69. How are you doing, sir? Cảm ơn bạn Vietboy nha. Thì bạn đã rất là tốt với mình nha. And then it's gonna be an attack, diving to attack the Valkyrie. So the Valkyrie is still alive. No, pull your goddamn Valkyrie back. The Valkyrie is gonna get sniped, about to get sniped. But the game is still gonna be going on for a bit of the time. The Valkyries are trying to do a few shots. And thank you very much. The next person is gonna be another King of Blade, Mr. McDonald. How are you doing, sir? Do you enjoy this game? The Valkyrie finally die. But they're not. Okay, there's still 9 mutants. There's still 10 mutants remaining. That's a lot of mutants. Those are coming across now to try to cut off reinforcements. But it looks like the reinforcements have already reached the rest of the bases. Science versus is gone sniped. This is terrible. Now the tanks is completely exposed. These mutants could try to look for a few more openings, but the Marines have protected them correctly, and the Valkyries are no longer there. But this first hatchery is going to get sniped. Marines are trying to push those forces back. Are you watching this, Mr. McDonald? And thank you very much for your support. Next up, thank you, Mr. Bobby Fisher, for your support in the last 3 days. And do not be such an anti-Protoss person. Protoss is great. I love Protoss. Protoss is a king of Starcraft. And once again, thank you very much for the other 2 members, the Jim Rainers, Mr. C Goblin, and Mr. Chen. For the rest of you, if you are enjoying these games, oh wow, Guardians are coming across the map. If you're enjoying this, amazing to be guaranteed to be epic sets, feel free to send a couple of dollars to my account. I've provided many ways for you to do it. They're all mentioned in the video description. Zerg is attacking against the tank. The Marines are not into support, but that one tank is still very much alive. We have some splash damage. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Where the hell are the Guardians? There they are. They start to get across the map, and we have 4 or 5 Guardians. Marines are trying to attack now. You need to pull back. Looks like there's a tank. The tank will be unsieging here. The Valkyries are no longer available, so those Guardians will be very strong. Anyways, what is the plan here? The rest of these Marines are going to get pushed back. At least the tanks have been saved. Behind this, it is an expansion. Do we have Guardians attacking from this right side? I guess we don't have it. Defiler is coming out. We have another scan. Where the hell are these Guardians going? They're very far from home. And you know that the further you go from home, the more dangerous it will be to try to use them in the battlefield. But the game is still going on. The next forces from Mong is coming out now. SV is transferring to this 6 o'clock position. Or should I say this? What is it? 5:30 position. Marines are moving towards the top left. The top left base has got possibly a sunken coming up, and the night is coming out. The Guardians are trying to catch up to it. As you can see, Mong doesn't have vision of those Guardians. He will see them soon. He need to engage them. He will lose all of his tanks. The reinforcements is late. He's gonna have enough force, and Guardians are here to push those Saman tanks, but they could not reach the tanks, and we have going to be having Marines attacking against this 10 o'clock position. We only have a sunken there. Of course, you can see Mong is just trying to buy some time, just running around with his tanks and trying to get back home as safely as possible. This attack is going to be successful. That first sunken has fallen. Reinforcements are no longer there. Looks like Guardians will try to engage against the tank. Very strong. The Guardians need to pull back, but this base is falling fast. Sunkens are going to be coming out here. We have a couple of Zerlings. I'm going to be able to save this hatchery. Not the hatchery is going to be successful still. The Sunkens are coming down. Marines will get surrounded from all sides with this base. Whoa, no! And the last minute layer is up. That is so crazy, and this base has been saved. Guardians attacking against the Marines. There's going to be a lot of Guardians going to the main base. The Science Vessel's not doing... Okay, nice trick here. On one of the Guardians, those Guardians went really far from home. Now this command center might even burn down. We have Marines. We have anything else. Marines are finally trying to get back. Looks like we're going to be having some factory on the southern side. We'll actually get to that location as soon as possible. And the Science Vessel will lead the charge. The Guardians are trying to run away as well, killing a few SCVs on the way. The Goliaths attacking greatly on this side of the map here. There's going to be a couple of mines getting late. Nicely done here. The hatchery has been sniped by a bunch of vulture run by. That was so insane. So insane. Now these 4 Guardians are still very much alive. SCV need to come out the line. We're going to be having replacement. Marines need to hurry up, man. And these Guardians will go back. Oh, what is that? That was crazy as really a trick just to snipe one of the very, very weak damage Guardians already. But now all of these Guardians will fall. So this base finally gets saved. But that was so much damage. So much damage by those Guardians. Now the game is going to stabilize on this other map. There's going to be an extractor. Weird thing to build. He's building an extractor. Interesting. Anyways, this base is going to have to come up here. And Effort is still stuck at 3 Geyser. He's been stuck at 3 Geyser for such a long time. On this other map, there's going to be some Guardians as well. And Scourges are looking forward to attack those locations. I think these minerals patches could be mined out soon. And that's exactly what Monks want to be happening. More mines getting laid. They are killing a lot of Zerlings in the process. This base will get attacked from both sides. There's nothing here to stop those Guardians attacking. Then we'll be having science vessels out there. One science vessel will get sniped. But that's a lot of factories pumping full of units here. This base is going to be mined out soon, and more upgrades coming up for the Terran player. It looks like the Guardians have reached the tank. But we do have some science vessels in the area, so we're trying to irradiate one of those units. You need to be a little bit patient here. We irradiate this one and attack the other, so those Guardians will get destroyed. Now more forces are going to come across the map, but there's a bunch of Scourges here. Massive Zerlings are trying to clear the minefield. On this other map, there's going to be an expansion, so this base has been salvaged by Mong. Mong has scanned just to check for decisions. Gonna actually have a bunch of vultures coming out. Another base gonna come up for Monk here. His mech switch is about to be completed. He's got, what the hell happened to his tank? Did they all die? Okay, now they all get down here. Okay, I understand. I understand what it means. Anyways, more Defiler is out of the map, and looks like there's gonna be a dark storm. But before that, there are some mines. Bam! Nice mine explosion. That Defiler will cast one more dark swarm. But now, even if the units could actually go there, it will eat a lot of mines. The vultures will come to this other map. They will try to snipe this base. Nice idea, because it will take a long time for reinforcements to arrive. He will lay a lot of mines. He's trying to snipe those Zerlings and lay 1,000 mines. He needs to actually go for the Defiler. He's about to get a great plague on all of those brand new vultures. Those brand new SCVs got attacked, but this hatchery will fall. A nice attack here. Hydras are trying to get in position, but the hatchery has been sniped. The tank might decide to get into siege mode right here. He's about to go to siege mode. Looks like at the last minute he will siege. He will spread his tanks out and force those units back. And this is a nice attack here from Effort. From Mong. Effort's got 4 bases, and Mong 5th bases for Effort, and Mong's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bases, and a 5th one comes up. Both players are just taking up the entire map here with 0 upgrade for the armor and 1 for the attack. And Zerg forces, I don't even know where they are. I don't have the hotkeys of either of these players, so I don't know what's happening. But we're going to be seeing additional units in Nidus Canal. And Australis Cavern with the upgrade about 25% complete. More missions will try to move across the map though, because this location doesn't have any Goliaths. So those expensive tanks will be falling. As you can see, very late response from Mong. But he could attack through the center with some tanks sieging on the low ground to snipe this hatchery. This hatchery will cancel, I believe. No, he will stay there. He will stay there. What can we do? Do we have a drop or anything like that? We don't see any kind of drop. But those forces that he destroyed here is a bummer. More vultures are trying to slow down any kind of enemy advancement. For the timing, these locations have been cleared out, and this command center, or should I say this hatchery, will go back into normal. Supply-wise, 131 for Effort, Mong at 140. Both players are playing a bit sloppy because they know it's the last game, and you need to be really paying attention to what is happening. You don't want to be losing the game for nothing. More forces, more tanks. I mean, these units are completely stuck here. Anyways, the vultures are trying to clear a couple of forces. These tanks have retreated somewhere else on this map. That's the right idea. Snipe the hatchery and back up. You don't need to. Okay, this hatchery is about to fall. Looks like the meteors arrive at the right moment, and the hatchery is saved. The hatchery has been saved. What can these vultures do? Try to go on high ground here, but it's just way too many sunken, so those locations are going to be safe here. Drones transferred. This will be some distance mining shenanigans, I believe. More meteors flying back and forth, and indeed those lurkers will be coming out of the map here. Scourges looking for the science vessels. This army, what kind of upgrades I've seen? +2 weapons right now, +1 armors is underway. The ultras are late. We have a few ultras, but they're not yet upgraded. This armor is not yet 5. It's just yet 4. We have 2 lurkers on high ground. We try to slow down the enemy, but it's going to be impossible. And behind this, we have a few hydras. Reinforcements are late. It takes so long to reinforce that location. Mong's gonna press forward. I think Mong's gonna win this game. He's looking good. But Mute's attacking into this location. We have only a few turrets remaining. This base is almost about to be mined out though, so it's It's no big deal. What is happening? Some distance mining here for these Zerg players. This command center, will it burn down? Do we have some infestation business? I guess not. Goliaths are trying to be in position. Zerlings will spot them, and the Division will dive into the main base to attack against command center because it's been damaged from before. Nice idea, all of those SV. What the hell happened? We have some Zerling. Was it a Zerling drop or something? It might have been an Overlord dropping something. And now this base completely overrun. SCVs are forced to come up the line. Can actually attack the supply depot. It's going to be great. This hatchery is still going to be able to mine successfully though, so that's good. We have some drop here as well. Some ultras are coming across the map. The command center has burned down. Zerlings can try to attack out here and destroy the extractor if he will. But on this other map, a huge Terran push against a completely naked base. Nothing is here. We have a few ultras. Tanks are going to be sieging. The Goliaths will be creating a wall here. The ultras are going to be falling very, very fast, but reinforcing ultras arrive very quickly here. And they will get within reach of the tank. One tank down, two tanks down. We still have a few more ultras remaining. We need to actually have a shot, and that's going to be the last ultras. And that ultras will be destroyed. Okay, only one tank remaining on this other map. Looks like these forces are going to try to fly out here. We have a barracks that floated. This command center will burn down. I guess he will let it burn down. He can actually mine out a few more mineral patches, and that's going to be it here. But we're going to be having additional bases for both of the players. 21st minute of the game. The game is so crazy. It looks like the last remaining mutants will die. This base is not allowed to come up. Effort is probably bleeding minerals now. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 base, 5 bases. This base is gone. No more mining location. This base is also cleared out. This base, he's not really mining much, but he's attacking with some mutants randomly in the different locations now. A nice attack by the mutants against the SCV. SCVs are falling like butter chicken. I should say peanut butter. Butter and jam. Nice attack here. This mutants attacking, killing everything. A single ultra is attacking into this location. I mean, effort is just conjuring up army from nowhere. He's got a very terrible economy, but he's still making a lot of force. He needs to expand again on this side of the map. He's killing a lot of those turrets and a lot of those SCVs. Finally, those new Goliaths need to be arriving. Where are your Goliaths? I guess going to be coming out. The SCVs are really not mining those locations anymore. Is coming up, but no additional forces. He's gonna be running a lot of problems here. This command center is completely clear out, and once again more gardens mopping, but tanks sieging on the other side of the map. Lurkers have to back up here. Drones are forced to come up the line. This hatchery, as you remember, was damaged from before. It might get taken out here. Some vultures are gonna lay a lot of mine. We're gonna try to fly through. Where are the Goliaths? You need to have more Goliaths to protect those locations. And these guardians are gonna finish morphing. They will just sit here or attack. I'm not so sure. Those tanks will get pushed back, but the hatchery has been sniped, so effort is down to just 2 mining locations. He's doing some distance mining. He doesn't have enough money to expand again. These tanks will come out, and where the hell are the Goliaths? Is he making Goliaths? He's gonna find it. Okay, there's gonna be a drop here. This base all of a sudden got completely dropped out. I completely forgot about this base. That was a nice drop, and now nice mining explosion. The tanks need to get back in position. The Goliaths need to attack against the Mutualists. But the tank will come out, and he will clear the last of these ultralists. Also, this base will finally get set up with some crazy attack. On this side of the map, effort is doing a lot with nothing here. Science vessels, where are you? I guess I don't see any science vessels. This base is gonna finally go back. I guess he's gonna have to make the hatchery soon. But the problem is with these guardians, they will be going towards the top side and trying to attack into the mineral line. Alright, one of the guardians is there, but that guardian is being damaged upon by the other guardian. SVs are coming up the line. That last guardian will fall. Goliaths attacking, and that last guardian have died. Only one guardian remaining. Massive Zerg forces moving towards the 6 o'clock position. We have a few tanks on the high ground. And is it going to be successful? The Mutuals will dive into your Zerlings. Okay, that's going to be a nice mine explosion. Where the hell are the reinforcements? There they are. Before that, Ultra is going to get mixed in with the tank, and killing all of those tanks will be very, very costly for Mong. But Mong will save his base. I think reinforcements arrive at just the right moment to clear out the last of the Ultras. Only one Ultras remaining to have another attack on this map. I'm not so sure. These tanks are just in the right position now. So this base finally is going to get saved. Keep in mind that this locations we still have a bunch of minerals remaining. It's not yet over. You need to try to mine out as much as possible from this base. Mong has got 3 mining locations. Zerg is going to come up with a new base here. This base has got a lot of drones that Mong has forgotten about. And effort is about to set things up and start to create some creep colonies on those locations. More Zerlings are going to get sent across the map. This game is so insane. 24-minute mark of the game already, and how many bases are not yet taken? 1, 2, 3. That's it. 3 bases have not been taken, and now effort It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Mong's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. This base will soon at some point get taken, I think so. Both of these units want to actually take the bases anyway, so this base is going to come up. Okay, so for effort it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 bases. And 5 for the Terran player. More Zerg, more cracklings, and the fighter is going to get sent across the map. We have a few SCVs covering the tank line. You need to hurry up and set things on this side of the map here. A couple of Goliaths are waiting. Looks like the fighter work is there. The tanks are trying to shower as much as possible. The command center is going to be in some serious business. He need to repair his command center. He will try to get to the fighter, pick up the command center. He's going to burn down very, very fast. And the command center has been saved. Nice mine explosion to clear out the last of the Zerglings, and the command center has been saved. It was so crazy. And now Mong is ahead by about 30 supply. Massive vultures. They have the +2 armors, +3 weapons. We try to attack against this location. I think these tanks also have +3, right? They must have +2, but these are very strong upgrades. But more ultras come try to come through. We have 2 lurkers to the Dark Swarm. It's going to be a few splash damage. Gonna be a plague. No need of a plague. Just a nice second Dark Swarm. And now the second pair of lurkers are within reach of this base. They're going to get some splash damage, but no problem as long as they can attack against the command center is great. Yes, splash damage is quite a problem here. No, it looks like we don't have splash damage. Those 2 lurkers are still very much alive. The fighter could cast another attack and the command center will need to be lifted. So that's going to be slightly problematic, and the fighter will go for the attack again. He's going to consume a lot. He will move forward. Exactly, he will cast a Dark Swarm here. The ultras will be within reach of those forces. A second Dark Swarm. Wow. An entire tank line has been covered, but splash damage so strong. And that last ultras will fall because of the splash. This command center will possibly land now, and it's going to be possibly a scan on those locations. What's happening? This command center is about to complete. Some Zerglings are going to get sent across the map. And the last of the lurkers have died. What are we seeing in terms of economy? This base is mining fine. On this location, we're going to be having finally the command center gonna get cancelled. Can he actually complete the building? He cannot complete it. Very unfortunate. He will need to let it burn down. On this side of the map, SCVs are forced to come back, and the game is still back to square one. I think that effort is slightly ahead, but there's going to be more tanks shelling from the high ground position to clear out those drone line. I mean, if we had some queens right now, it's going to be great, but looks like the Zerg player not going into queen. Just going to be playing with some basic units. +3 armors and +2 weapons, and now 3-2, so reverse mirror image. The ultras will try to attack it. This could be futile. It will be very tough to attack without the support of the fighters. There is some lurkers on the high ground to attack against the tank line. He will get a couple of those tanks getting pushed back. This hatchery though has failed. Do we have some drop? There is going to be some drop. His first drop has got an ultras, 2 ultras. The remaining cargo has been lifted, and good Dark Swarm to cover these tanks. That he might cast a second Dark Swarm on this side. I'm not sure, but the hatchery is going to get replanted. We might even have some distance mining. Ultras are going to try to go to the fighter. Cast a second Dark Swarm. Nicely done. That will cover all of those expensive tanks. But look at the splash damage. Bam! Mind drag. Mind drag not meant to be because those ultras die so quickly. This base has got something, but the Terran player is moving there. This base is easier to attack than the other one. Drones have to evacuate themselves. Behind is the army from effort is just barely trying to keep up. He's going to try to go for Dark Swarm. No, it's going to be super careful. Drone need to go away. There's going to be some 9 explosion on 1 lurker. And all these drones go for Zerglings are trying to clear the paths. And we finally have 1 Dark Swarm, but keep in mind that there's still a mine there. Zerglings are trying to get across the map. They need to hurry up. Finally, this base will get saved, and those tanks, those expensive units, will get pushed back. For the second push, it's going to come on the southern side once again. Tank sieging on the high ground to force this hatchery to either cancel or get itself sacrificed. The game is still going on, but I think effort is losing mining locations fast. But ultras attacking against 2 tanks. There's going to be reinforcement on the right side. Where are all the fighters? He doesn't have the fighter. Okay, there's the fighter. We've got a plague, maybe a Dark Swarm, maybe a plague. I guess a second. I think playing against mech, you need to be plaguing a lot more. You need to be plaguing a lot more because there's no medic to heal those forces. So those forces, when they're plagued, they're basically gone. And also because of splash, right? So when you plague the enemy's units, if your enemy splash them, they will also die very quickly. So that's what it is. The game is still going here. We need to actually have more drones from effort. His drone saturation is not good. Anyways, there's going to be a defiler going for 2 lurkers to protect against his locations. He's going to try to go for it. He will try to push those tanks away. Nicely done. And drones need to go back to mining as soon as possible. Once again, another attack on this location. Drones are forced to come up the line. This hatchery will fall. No, it cannot fall. Reinforcements arrive just in time, but effort is like running out of mining location. There's going to be some tank, some Zerlings and some lurkers here. There's the other lurkers who try to go on high ground. He's got 2 lurkers on the high ground just behind the mineral line. Perfect location to drop your lurker. This game is so wacky, so insane. And those SVs have nowhere to run. There's going to be an attack on this side with a bunch of ultras. And by the time the attack finish, then those SCVs line will be completely massacred. 2 kills with 1 kill there. And this last ultras will have to back up and go somewhere else because there's just way too much splash damage. The game is still going on. At 30 minute of the game, Mong is scanning. Is he ahead or is he behind? I guess Mong is still slightly ahead here. As long as he just can come out here and sniping those bases. These drones are actually not mining much. There's going to be a counter attack against possibly the 6 o'clock position. There's a lot of tank in position. The Defiler need to cast something. He will cast the first Dark Swarm. He will cast the second Dark Swarm. The Defiler's got a snipe, but a huge amount of forces. He will try to surround the tank. Not a bad idea. Why are you attacking outside of the Darks? Out of the Dark Swarm, we will attack here. And he will wait for the tank to get on the high ground, but before that, those ultras will attack and kill a lot of SCVs. Nice dent. Now the tank's gonna finally reinforce. And we have 1 ultras killing that last medic. Now he's gonna be within reach of that last tank, which is great. But this location once again has been saved. Effort ahead slightly in supply. He is not mining much from his bases, man. He's completely mined out in a lot of locations. He needs to actually take this base for himself. I think at some point in the future we will have lurker defying the last extractor, which is nice, but the tank keep on coming back and no mining locations. These locations could not be mined. The Goliaths attacking against the 1 lurker. That lurker is not being scanned. This hatchery is really damaged. It would die as long as the lurkers, the Goliaths provide some vision for those areas, but Zerlings will come out and this hatchery has been saved. This game is so crazy. Now we're going to be saving attack against this location now. I think it's going to be the end of the game now for effort. He could not muster up forces fast enough. And the Terran player just keep on pressing. We have the Defiler. Okay, the Defiler is still here. Great Dark Swarm to push those expensive units back. And once again, the hatchery has been saved. But where are the drones? What is the good of creating a hatchery if you can actually drone it and actually mine from it? Some more Zerlings going to try to go here for a drop, and looks like this hatchery is just outside of the reach of those tanks. The drop has started. We have 1 Goliath, but looks like the tank have unsieged. We decide to go back now. Some nice dropping all over the tanks, but it's going to be not successful. The Ultras alone in the endeavor. Some Zerlings are here though, so those tanks are quite in a finicky situation. Mong down in by 20 supply. Mong is kind of behind the supply. Effort need to mine from these locations, so he's not really mining much, and those tanks keep on coming back even though they're very damaged. We will try to snipe this base again. More Zerlings are coming across the map. We need to have more drone. Not a lot of mining locations remaining for the Zerg player. This base is about to be mined out soon, and these tanks keep on attacking. The hatchery has been sniped. On this side of the map, there is going to be a scan to see the lair situation. You just need to snipe that base. The moment that base is sniped, the game is back to square one. Terran player running out of mining too. He's not really mining much. This 1 single lurker is doing so much damage. What are these units doing? I'm not so sure. The 6 o'clock position is mined out. Both players will be mining out soon, and Mong is slightly behind the supply. Looks like this base will not get replanted. This what the hell happened? This hatchery has been sniped. We have a spore here to kill off that floating barracks, and looks like effort need to actually wait to get some money. There's gonna be a drop. This drop will be devastating. Nice dropping area. Zerlings attacking, Ultras attacking here. He will kill a couple of tanks. The other tanks of course are not splashing, and great mine explosion killing everything here. Effort leading by 30 supply. I think he's behind in the army though. 1 last Ultras has been dropped. This other overlord with 2 Ultras gonna back up here. There's gonna be some distance mining from this location for sure. Effort running out of mining locations. He's gonna decide he's gonna try to actually go here. Mong has got he's gonna have a barracks here to see the situation. Of course it will not trigger any notification at all unless he checks that locations. Anyways, mutants will try to come out. We only have 1 turret and 2 Goliaths. Right, nice pullback here by the army. We will try to clear the rest of these Goliaths as much as possible. Effort now leading by 25 supply. This base is mined out. The Goliaths will be gone now, and now GG by Mong. Effort takes the game. This game is going to be put in the last list. Let's check out the places and buy me coffees. Bye bye.